Purring.
Purring like a kitten.
Drift Trike. Science project. Yes, sir.
He was saying this thing hasn't ran in like 5 months?
At
6
least.
months?
Probably closer to like a year or 2 years.
Swear to God.
Yeah, fired right up. Magic sugar.
Little magic sauce. Big shout out my guy Rob, Dab Squatch Films. Donated the pit bike, the Tao Tao. It's a 125, ain't it?
Yeah.
125 for the Drift Trike Science Project. Get into more detail later, but...
We're gonna die.
Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, everybody? So I got a new science project. Didn't pay any money for it. Shout out to my guy Rob, aka Dab Squatch Films. He had this thing on the side of his house for months and months and months, just collecting rust and dust. So he was like, come pick it up, come grab it, make a drift bike out of it. So it's a 125, it's a Tao Tao. It is like the upgraded version. I don't know if you guys remember the old mini bike that I had that I ended up selling. This is the upgrade version of that. It's just, you know, a lot more dirty, not brand new, and needs some work. It runs and starts and everything, but definitely needs some TLC. We loaded it up in the Jeep, as you guys can see. It was leaking gas. I ended up putting a little doggy bag over the gas cap. Look how much damn gas is in that bag that would have been all over the Jeep. So let's get this thing unloaded and give you a better look at the Tao Tao drift trike. Here she is, Tao Tao 125. As you can see, she's got some rust on her here and there. Tires are flat, need some air, but it runs. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see if this thing will start, huh? It's like first kick, man. It runs. All right, now that I'm out of breath and all tired, let's do a quick rundown of everything, huh? Disc brakes, which is pretty dope. Nice disc brakes, 69. Got these Barkbuster Johnnies on there. Yes, this is going to be a drift trike. Still trying to figure out how we're going to set it up. One idea that we have is doing a straight solid axle and then getting some go-kart wheels and tires. If we do the solid axle in the rear, it'd have to be the same circumference of the stock axle that's in there. That way we can just obviously slide the axle in, take this wheel off, throw a couple of welds to hold the sprocket in place, hold the brakes in place, and still have a rotating assembly, you know? Not sure how wide we're gonna have to go, because it's definitely going to have enough width to not tip over when you go to slide it, but don't want the ass end all fucking extremely wide. So we're gonna have to figure out the sweet spot in between those. I'm gonna have to I don't know, I might either order some or just, you know, paint them things, paint the plastics, make them all nice and shiny again. All this rusted shit, throw a quick coat of black on it, obviously throw air in the tires or tire. And to get it running right, it has a full tank of gas that's been sitting for, like Rob said, probably like 5-6 months at least. So gonna pull the carburetor off, clean the carburetor and a bunch of brake cleaner, fill it with new gas, and it should run perfectly fine. I'm gonna check the oil and shit too, make sure that's all good to go. But yeah, new drift trike. I'm juiced. I hope you guys are excited as well. Rob was saying we could just grab like an ATV or a four-wheeler axle that's a solid axle. I guess he already he already researched a little bit, trying to figure out what we can do to turn this into a drift trike. If we can do that, because really all we need is the solid axle, the go-kart rims and tires, and then from that point it'll be really simple. We'll throw the solid axle in, weld the sprocket and the entire brake setup to the solid axle, right? This wheel will not be here, and then it'll have, you know, go-kart wheels that come out to about here or so, something like that. Weld the go-kart rims to the solid axle as well. Use the rubber tires that are on the go-kart rims, air those down, slip a PVC pipe over it, you know, air the tires back up. Theoretically she should be good to go slide. I don't know, that's how it's working out in my head. as you guys know, a lot of my plans don't come together like that, but hopefully we can get this thing turned into a drift trike here very, very shortly. So what I'm gonna start doing now is taking off the carburetor, soak it in a bunch of brake cleaner. Dude, I might start painting stuff today too, so let's get to it. Come on. All right, got the towel in here. So what I'm gonna have to do is take this carburetor out. I'm pretty sure I just have to unbolt those 2 bolts right here, and then pop a couple hoses off, slide this thing out. I'm gonna take it apart, bust it down, and then cover this shit and soak it in brake cleaner. Zees. 2 bolts out. Now I just gotta pop some of these hoses off. I guess I forgot to turn the gas off. Yep, I forgot to turn the gas off. Oops. Alright. Carb is out. Nice. Got this thing out. She doesn't look too bad right there, but there's a bunch of corrosion right here. So I'm gonna take this thing apart, start soaking her. Chocolate, baby. Not too bad. Get a drain pan, and then I'm gonna start soaking this bitch. Okay, carburetor's pretty much soaked in this shit, cleaned out pretty good, a lot less corroded, a lot cleaner inside and out. So I mean, might as well just throw this thing back in. Might let it dry for a little bit longer, but throw it back in here pretty soon. Got the carb all done, put it back together. Now I'm sitting on here looking at it. I kind of want to unscrew all these bolts and see if I can get some of this rust off. If not, then just paint them, because kind of hate looking at rust when it's right here in your face. So I might pull these out and do some. Okay, it's a new day. Time to get these plastics off and get to prepping them for paint, and then painting them. Shit right here, this plastic paint from when I painted my radiator support. Got a little clear coat. Should be easy to paint this thing up real quick, just like that. Thing is off, and she is stripped. I got all of the plastics off, got the seat detached from all the other plastics. Now I'm gonna just have to try and get some of these stickers off, get to painting this bitch. After a long ass time of scrubbing and using Goo Gone, got all the stickers off that I want to take off. The plastics wiped down. Now letting them bake in the sun. It's time to spray them. Let's do it. Start off with a easy piece of plastic first in my paint booth, you know. Got one sprayed. Looks decent. Might have to throw a little bit of a thicker coat on it, but the difference in plastics, man, it's a lot. This one's all faded and shit. It's a little better. And just like that, I got them painted horribly. I don't know if it's just because it's so cold outside, or if I should have sanded them or something. This is like the only piece of plastic that came out decent, but everyone else is having like a crazy reaction. It's like not wanting to stick, and it's bubbling up, but I don't know. We're gonna let them dry in the sun for a little bit longer and then slap them on. If I need to, I'll order some, but this is a super budget build, so it doesn't really matter. But look at that. Look at what is going on with that. What the hell, man? I don't know. I'm gonna let them dry and then maybe throw another coat on them. But that's pretty much gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Rob Dab Squatch Films for donating the 125 for science. This is gonna be a fun ass project. Nice little drift trike. I think it's gonna be pretty fast as well too. I've seen a couple of them on YouTube, but it's kind of hard to get a plan of like how this is gonna go. But what I'm thinking is either do, like I said earlier in the video, a go-kart or a four-wheeler solid axle, weld the sprocket, weld the brakes to it, and then go from there. Try and find some wheels. I don't know if I want to do like a center locking nut on the wheel, or just weld the wheels to the axle and then put PVC pipe over the tires and then go slide this thing. I don't know what the best option is, but I will be taking this thing to city alignment and having Cisco weld up a bunch of stuff, so stay tuned for that. This is the end of part 1. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, thumbs up, all that stuff. If you like to support the channel, go to helloclothing.com, grab you some stickers, grab you some posters, all that type of stuff. Stickers are buy 2 get 1 free, so don't miss out on that deal, and stay tuned for part 2. It's gonna get crazy here soon, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.